What's going on, everybody? I'm Tank. This is another episode of Roadie Reactions, and today we're going to be checking out the latest music video from Electric Callboy. And I gotta fully admit, I was not expecting this at all, let alone that it's the cover of the song that it's a cover of, but just a release in general, because it's been less than a year since their last studio album, Tekkno, came out, and they're still touring heavily off of that album cycle. And last month, they did a surprise live album release. They released the Hypa Hypa tour live. So it's not like we've had a shortage of releases from these guys by any means, but this is gonna be awesome because I'm so stoked to see this cover, because for those of you that don't know, everybody sees this channel and you think I'm this brutal metalhead. I love techno music and club music and stuff like this. And when this original song came out in the summer of 2005, at least when it was released in the States, this was a banger everywhere. We were listening to this nonstop. We were listening to it in clubs. I was listening to it when I was sneaking into clubs underage. So I know this song very, very well, and I'm really, really curious to see how they do it. I think going in that it's going to be more of just a standard techno version of it, like their version of it. I don't know if it's going to get that heavy, but knowing them, it might, and I'm always super surprised when I see that stuff. But really quick before we start, man, these guys are just non-stop busy lately. They're in the middle of summer touring right now, doing festivals in Europe. They finished their huge techno tour in Europe about a month ago. They're coming over to the States in August for the North American leg of the Techno World Tour, which is almost fully sold out at this point. And that is wild for a band coming to the States and Canada and headlining for the first time. And then when they're done with that, they're doing the UK again, and they're doing Australia again, and they've already got dates lined up in 2024. These guys do not stop. And if you want to keep up with where they're going to be and what they're doing, I'll throw social media links in the description of this video. But let's get on with this one, because I am super excited for this. I will link this original video in the description below. And today I am once again listening to Electric Callboy, and for the very first time checking out their brand new music video for their cover of Everytime We Touch. Let's go. So really quick before we start, in the interest of being transparent, like always, and being honest, I am watching this video a little early. It's actually Sunday evening while I'm recording right now. This video doesn't come out till Wednesday. So I say all of that because, unlike other situations, I haven't heard anything about this. There's nobody on the internet talking about it. I don't know what to expect. And these are always awesome situations because I literally have no fucking idea what we're about to get. So let's go. Damn.
I still hear your voice when you sleep next to me.
Oh, look at that stash.
Your touch in my dream. Forgive me my weakness, but I don't know why. Without you, it's hard.
That's gotta be like Kevin or something, isn't it? Probably not, but.
Get this feeling. Time we kiss, I swear I can fly. Can't you feel my heartbeat fast? I want this to last. Need you by my side. Cause every time we touch, I feel the static. And every time we kiss, I reach for the sky. Can't you hear my heartbeat slow? I can't let you go. Want you in my life.
It is! Oh my God! Hold on. First of all, I'll never be able to call something like that again. That was ridiculous. Those feet tattoos must have really hurt. Damn. First of all, Nico has an awesome stash going on, dude. And this is already bringing up so many feelings of being a kid and hearing this at clubs and stuff. But heard the guitar right there when we stopped. So I assume this is going to get the Electric Callboy brand of heavy that I didn't know if we were going to get. So let's go.
Time we touch, I feel the static. And every time we kiss, I reach for the sky. Can't you hear my heartbeat slow? I can't let you go. Want you in my life. When I never let you down.
Oh.
I'm living on your love.
my God, dude. I don't know if I want it. I don't know if I want the heavy in this song, dude. I love how they're making it their own. And if you watch my streams on Twitch when we talk about covers, you know that I love when bands take something and make it their own rather than just trying to do like a carbon copy of something. But dude, I love the original so much. And since we're saying original, let's talk about that. Because a lot of people like to bring up the fact that the original, we're talking about Cascada, is actually a cover of somebody else's, which is kind of true. The chorus, the Every Time We Touch, the melody and the lyrics are actually taken from an older song. I think it was a Scottish musician, Maggie Riley. But that's the only part of the song that it's taken from. Now, her song is called Every Time We Touch, and the chorus melody and the lyrics are the same, but that's really it. So I guess you could say it's a cover, but when I say the original version, we're talking about Cascada. And a lot of Americans, at the very least, when this came out, thought that Cascada was the singer, the girl, but it's not. It's a group. It's a German group. And when this song came out in 2005 in the States, it was a banger, dude. You couldn't get away from it. It was on mainstream radio. It was at sporting events. It was at clubs. When I was in college that year, there was an underage club, like an 18 and over club, because in the States, you can't drink until you're 21. There was an underage club that we would go to, which thinking about that now is so funny. It's basically just a bunch of horny 18-year-olds that did a bunch of drugs and went to a club to grind on each other. But this song was played so much, dude. I can't even remember the name of that club now. It was like Ground Zero or Zero Gravity or something. If you grew up in Chicago and know what I'm talking about, let me know, because I spent a lot of time there, believe it or not, just trying to pick up chicks. Anyways, I've talked too much. Let's go.
Are my castle, your heart is my sky. They wipe away tears that I cry.
Oh my God, thinking about it now, this is like the perfect song to describe Kevin and Nico's bromance, dude. Maybe that's what this is, maybe.
'Cause every time we touch, I get this feeling. Every time we kiss, I swear I can fly. Can't you feel my heart beat fast? I want this to last. Need you by my side. 'Cause every time we touch, I feel this.
Oh, good halftime.
Every time we kiss, I reach for the sky. Can't you hear my heart beat slow? I can't let you go. Want you in my life. 'Cause every time we touch.
Oh, fucking dude. Oh my God. Oh. Oh. What's that chord progression? Dude, that chord progression is not what I would have ever expected in that. I just expected just chug breakdown. That's it. It feels wrong talking about gear in this video, but that's what we usually do here. So I'll keep it quick. Just a really cool thing because we've broken down their gear so many times, but all the string players in Electric Callboy are fully endorsed by Schecter guitars now. And there is one really cool thing about Schecter that I want to bring up. So Schecter, like a lot of other guitar companies, was founded in the 70s originally as a repair shop started by David Schecter. He worked on other people's guitars and had replacement parts and eventually started making his own guitars. Well, fast forward, really short story. He sold Schecter guitars to a bunch of investors in the 80s, and then those investors resold the company to somebody named Hisatake Shibuya. Now, if you're not a gear nerd, you probably have no reason to know that name, but if you are a gear nerd, you probably already know. Hisatake Shibuya is the founder of ESP guitars as well. Now, the thing to know is that Schecter and ESP are completely different and separate companies and entities from each other. They do not share guitar shops or parts or employees or anything, completely different, but owned by the same person. Super, super cool. Let's round this one out, man. Dude, that goes hard. Oh, this is totally about their bromance, dude.
Touch, I feel the static, and every time we kiss, I reach for the sky. Can't you hear my heart beat slow? I can't let you go. Want you in my life. I want you when I want, and you can let it go. No, 'cause every time we touch,
Oh,
'cause every time we touch.
dude. Yeah, I think they are filming at like a random castle in like Austria. Although that's looking suspiciously Bavarian right there, so who knows? Chilla bros. This was a blast, dude. They got the hand clap is still going. I do love how they made this their own while still staying very true to the original. Super cool, man. Let's go talk more about it. All right, so I don't think there's terribly much I need to really elaborate on or break down with that. You know, you already know my thoughts. I thought it was awesome, but I do want to touch on what I was saying about how they made that cover their own and stuff like that, because while writing a good song is difficult, writing a cover of something and trying to make it your own in your own unique way is very difficult in its own right as well. We've seen many covers from bands where it's pretty much just a carbon copy, like a cut and paste of the original. You're just stamping a different band and band members on it, you know, for maybe, I don't know, a little attention or just to do something fun. So I very much appreciate when bands do stuff like this where they stay true to the original, but they make damn sure that you know who it is when you're listening to it. They could have easily just made a straight up Tekkno version of this song, and it probably would have been easier. But the fact that they had in like the harsher parts and the breakdowns and even some of the electronic elements that were built in were really cool. I like that, like before the bridge and stuff, but super cool. A lot of the chord progression changes, especially in that bridge again, were not ones I would have expected, but they worked very well, and I thought it was really cool. It kind of deviated from how you thought it was going to go and stuff like that. This was super fun, man. I got to be honest, I will probably still listen to the original more than this one, but that's just me. I mean, the original has some pretty fucking huge staying power, dude. Like, even when the React channel just had the Gen Z kids react to like 90s and 2000s techno hits, like this song was on there, the original, and all those kids knew it. Even if they didn't know who it was, they knew the song. Like, that's how big this song was in the US. And then it kind of just disappeared. I can't remember if I talked about it in the video, but I think after this, the only other single they had in the States was like Evacuate the Dance Floor or something like that. So I actually have no idea if Cascada is still big in Europe or if they still release music or anything. I just know and love this song. But man, I had a blast checking this out. Just as a reminder, Electric Callboy is on tour non-stop. If you want to keep along with what they're doing, I'll throw their socials in the description of this video. But man, just gotta say thanks for watching once again. If this is your first time here, feel free to click subscribe. I release new videos all the time. If you liked it, like it. If you disliked it, dislike it. Just know that I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. I'm on a ton of different social media. We have a Discord server. I have a Twitch that I stream on often. And my handle on just about everything social media is @TankTheTech. Thank you so very much for watching. Wherever you are in the world, be safe, be kind to each other. I love you all. And I will be back very soon with another episode of Roadie Reactions.